Hello. Wait, is my microphone is working. Hi, how you doing? Um, wait, I'm adjusting the audio levels. Okay, I'll leave it. Yeah, I'll leave it there, and then I'll just lower the volume on the game if needed. We're back with more Railway Empire, or depending on what I decide at the end, this could be the first Railway Empire video. Because, let me lower the volume on the music just a little bit. Wait, somebody's calling me. Give me a second. I'm back. Sorry about that. It was my aunt calling me because she needed a pair of socks that had like red and white stripes that kind of look like, candy canes for Christmas and stuff. I know I had a pair. It was my mom's pair, but I just put it in my room for some reason. I never used them. Besides that one funny picture I took. But I just didn't find them. It could be that Bruno got to them at some point. But this was a couple years ago, so I really don't remember. Anyways. Oh, hold up. Give me a second. Okay, sorry. Now I'm properly back. I'm gonna silence my phone because we were in the group chat, just talking the shit, shooting the shit, talking the talk. I don't know how the phrase goes. Anyways, we are back with whatchamacallit, Railway Empire, and we're not gonna lose this time. Wait, I was saying, depending on whether or not I decide to post the earlier videos I made. This could be the second video in Railway Empire, or it could be the first video in Railway Empire. So we're gonna go into free mode and basically just give ourselves competition. Oh, okay. So like you could see that I've played it already. Yeah, I lost very fast. We're gonna start in New York, as always. I am gonna give myself $3 million because I like to have fun. I'm gonna leave it at normal because at the end of the day, I'm still learning, bro. I just watched a YouTube tutorial. Hopefully that makes it makes us a little better. And we're only gonna have one competitor because Jesus Christ, if we lost in less than a day, in less than 2 days actually, to one competitor at normal level, imagine 2 competitors at normal level. So anyways,
together we shall conquer them all.
This is the most important part, apparently.
We'll send them home in body. Send them packing.
Okay. So we have to see 50% less income from passengers and mail does not sound appealing to me, right? And no applications from office employees. Yeah, 50% more income from freight. These could, these could balance out.
Are just gold diggers who don't have a clue about how this business works.
I always choose the industrialist because I just think that it's the most
You're not seriously considering these other nitwits, are you?
This one would be crazy if it wasn't for upgrading businesses costing 70% more. Like if it was like upgrading businesses cost 25% more, I would do this in a heartbeat. Right, like maybe like bump down the locomotives like 50% and 25%. That would be crazy. Okay, shut the fuck up, brother. And also maintenance buildings being free. That's insane.
Simply don't have what it takes.
20% less income from freight is
I always
dumb.
tell the truth, even when I'm lying.
The innovation points is also crazy. I wouldn't be able to do that. So I'm gonna go with the industrialist again. We already got our name and everything. So this is the rebirth of the Great Atlantic Railroad. So without a further ado, let's just hop into this shit. Okay?
Here we go. Try to complete as many tasks as possible to receive the best possible rating. You only have one competitor.
Shut the fuck up. Okay. So in the video that we watched, the person explained that the backbone of a strong economy at the beginning of the game is connecting meat to beer, beer to meat, meat to beer, beer to meat, right? So essentially, we just have to look at our cities, like our starting cities, and see whether they produce meat or they produce beer. So as you can see, New York produces beer. Makes sense. Albany produces beer. Okay, hold up. Syracuse produces beer. Washington and Baltimore produce meat. That's a big problem. Pittsburgh produces meat. Wilmington produces beer. Charlotte produces beer. Okay, so in his video, right, which is not in any way applicable to mine for some reason. I mean, it is. It is. We can find a way. We can find a way around this. Don't get me wrong. So we're gonna go ahead and construct a train station. I'm not gonna go with the small train station. I'm gonna build it. I'm not gonna repeat the error from last time, and I am gonna, because I was like, oh, it has to go through the center of New York, which, I mean, yeah, that would be great, but it's not very, very realistic. And we're gonna make sure that we have space to put another one in like this. I'm not gonna put it in just yet, but we're gonna have to put it in at some point. Okay. I mean, 100,000. We could put it in. We could put it in now, just so that I can map out easier. And this one's gonna be expanded this way. Ooh, wait. Does it have space to be expanded? It should, right? So if this is the footprint of a large one, let me line up the first track. Yeah, it should have space either way. So anyways, we're gonna go back into construction mode, and we're gonna try to find. Okay, no. Albany beer, Syracuse beer, Buffalo meat, Baltimore. Okay, so it makes most sense to connect to Baltimore first. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm also gonna put in a double train station here in Baltimore. So that we have, because Washington makes what? Meat as well? Yeah. And I'm gonna make I'm gonna start with these three. And Albany. And I'm gonna start with Albany as well. And this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna alternate the meat and the beers in a way. Okay, I have to connect the station to Baltimore first. That's okay. So let me think how this one would work. Meat, beer. Meat, beer. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna connect New York to Baltimore. By the way, I saw this guy just doing this, right? I saw him doing that, and I saw, oh, you can add a track point. Oh. Okay, so in the past, I've been doing this all wrong. I'm gonna leave more space. Yeah. And I'm gonna delete this bridge because it's not entirely unnecessary. But I feel like if I move this and this, the bridge should... No. Okay. Okay, see? So the bridge isn't entirely necessary. I am gonna smooth this out. Ooh, okay, I see why it was necessary. That's a 20% incline. Let's see if we can make it... Okay, 14% isn't as bad as 20. No, I'm not a big fan of how that is looking. So let's do it our way. So hold up, I'll be right. So we have successfully connected Baltimore and New York. I don't know if I like how this looks. Nah, okay, it looks fine. It looks fine. See, like, to me, this, what I'm doing right now, kind of feels like it's going against my better judgment, because I feel like this line going through here is only going to pose problems to when eventually I would want to connect these businesses or these resources into New York. right? Because then I would have to bridge over this if I wanted to connect it to these stations, or I would have to connect it to this station over here, or connect it on this side, which means I would have to make a new bridge over the over the thingamajig, the river, right? Is this the Hudson? No, this is the East River. This is the East River. This is the Hudson. So yeah. But I'm going to try to trust the process, because at the end of the day, when this is working, I feel like I could make a warehouse that just drops everything off into one of the bays, or one of the tracks, I should say, in New York. And I feel like that's probably going to be the most intelligent way, because I'm not going to make a track that goes like, oh, hits this, and then this, right? And this, because that would be too long of a freight train. So it probably makes more sense to have a train that grabs these two, delivers it to a central point here, a train that grabs these two, delivers it to a central point here, and then have a train that goes from the central point here to New York. That probably makes the most sense. And the same on this side. So for example, I know from past experience that cotton is going to be like really important. I don't know about fruits too much, but furniture as well. So it would make most sense to have a depot, not depot, but like a warehouse either here between Syracuse and Albany, or here right below, not below Albany, but almost kind of in parallel to Albany, and funnel whatever New York needs into New York, funnel whatever Albany needs into Albany, and also have a line that goes into Syracuse, right? Or the same line that goes into Albany also goes into Syracuse, and then I just edited to make sure that they get like an equal as equal as an amount of resources as they can get. So anyways, now we're gonna connect Albany to New York. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my station in Albany right here, actually. Yeah. I'm gonna do it right about... I'm gonna do it right here. Actually, I'm gonna do it kind of like this.
A new station? Well, good
Oh,
luck.
fuck you, Trisha. I didn't know Trisha was our competition. And then because eventually I am gonna have another station that it will be flipped on its side like this. Never mind. Hold up. Let me delete this. Okay, so stations at the beginning of the game are super duper expensive, so okay, it probably makes most sense to have it like this and then have another one that's back to back, because it could kind of go in this general direction. So we're gonna do that. Wait, why am I not zooming it? Oh, there we go. So yeah, we're gonna have it here.
I see you've placed new stations on the
Shut
calendar.
the fuck up, Trisha, before I beat your ass. Okay, so we have 2 meats, beer, and I believe this is also beer, right? So we're gonna find a way to do this. See, I don't like this. I definitely don't like this. Damn. Okay. This is okay, kinda. Yeah, I would rather like this, so there's a 0% incline here. And then just a 3% incline there. Yeah, and then we're gonna run a line in parallel to this. Yep. Okay. So, we're gonna take a quick look. So Albany is also beer, right? New York is also beer. Washington and Baltimore are meat. So then, beer, beer, meat, meat. So we would have 2 lines, right? So now we're gonna make 1 station here in Baltimore, not Baltimore, in Washington. Yeah, I feel like this makes the most sense. Like right here. And then just connect these 2. I don't know about this bridge here. Maybe yes, because there is a 16% incline. Kind of want to avoid those to... Yeah. Just to make it as smooth and fast as possible for our trains to get in and out of Washington. Right? So now, with all that done... Wait, no. Yes, 2222. So we're going to start with these. These are going to be meat producers. These are going to be, whatchamacallit? Beer producers. So I'm going to connect Washington to New York and Baltimore to Albany and vice versa. So we're going to start at Washington, and Washington's going to go to New York. Set up a rail line. Washington being a meat producer, New York being a thingamajigger producer. And then this should be fine. So the guy in the video said that like you could make two lines going to and fro, but I'm gonna test it out with just one line for now, and we're gonna leave it at automatic. And obviously we're gonna get an old mod. It's the only locomotive we have, and then we're gonna do a new train. Set up railway line from Baltimore to Albany. We're gonna leave it as automatic. Add a locomotive, another old mod, and this should start making us a decent chunk of change, beginning in the game at least. So Baltimore, Albany. Yeah, we're gonna leave it as at that. And what I will do is I'm just gonna go in and do these again. So this is gonna be Penn Station. Wait, I left a space. Ah, fuck. There we go. And this is gonna be Union Square. I'm just naming them after some... So I'm naming them after two stations in New York. But I didn't want to go with like new stations. I wanted to go with like old-timey sounding stations. Union Square and Penn Station are definitely the most old-timey, not the most old-timey sounding ones, but like are the ones that I was like, how are we back at 1 million? Holy crap. But we never stopped having 1 million. Oh, that's so cute. Washington to Penn Station, and then Baltimore to Albany. They should both be loaded with meat. That's crazy. Not even a single passenger. And we left it at automatic, so it's not like it's a freight-only line. So we're absolutely going to hire the train personnel to make stuff flow smoother. As smooth as we can make it flow at the beginning of the game. So we have an engineer, which reduces maintenance costs. Oh, wait, wait. Definitely a supply tower here. I'm gonna move that supply tower eventually. A supply tower right about here, and then one coming out of New York. Okay. Actually, gonna demolish this one and move it a little bit further up north, because eventually we are going to connect Albany. Sorry, Syracuse. This is what we're going to connect eventually. We're gonna leave it there. Okay. No, that's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. So I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit. I want to see how much money they make coming into New York. Oh, they're very cute. Oh wait, she's gonna skip New York, right? Because she's going to Albany. How much money is that? $16,000 at the beginning of the game? That's pretty good. Not gonna lie. That's pretty good. Okay. And she's off to bring beer back into Washington. I was like, why is she stopping? She's being filled. It's okay. She going back to Baltimore. So while those are doing their thing, we're gonna study just a little bit. Do we want to make New York a meatpacking industry and then connect it to Syracuse? That way, Washington and Baltimore don't have to come all the way up to Syracuse, since it's the only meat producers. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I feel like that's a smart way to do it. And we're gonna put it close to the second station that we have, because that's the station that we're gonna drive up to Syracuse. Don't get me wrong, we will definitely make okay, let's see how much money she makes in Albany. So looks like we're losing money, because I'm pretty sure we were at 1,700,000. Okay, so we get paid every time those. Okay, so 16,000. That's pretty good. While we do that, we're gonna delete these because okay, so this one I'm gonna delete. This one I'm gonna leave. Sorry about that. So New York is growing. That's great. Ooh, 63% on the fulfillment of demand. So apparently, the game automatically will normally hover below 60%. So anytime that you push it over 60%, it means that the city will start growing, right? Right. So now we're gonna study the other needs that this town has, to make it grow even more. So cattle, corn, and wood seem to be our wheat or grain, I should say. Cattle and corn are our biggest demands that are not being fulfilled, because like we are bringing in meat, right? But yeah, obviously now we're gonna have a demand for cattle, since we just opened up a meat packing industry, and we are going to get, so we're gonna build our warehouse right away. So first of all, I feel like a large train station here to connect both of these. Okay, wait, how would this work? No, it would make more sense if the big warehouses connected to production site can store the produced goods automatically. So if I build a warehouse here, it'll store these two things automatically. I don't have to connect them via rail. So that's probably the smartest way to go about it. And what I'm gonna do, a bit of a ambitious thing to do so early in the game, but I'm going to expand both of these stations right now. Please tell me I have space to expand it. Okay, perfect. Wait, I want to flip the names around now, because this one seems to be the big station. Or like the big station in the middle of the city. And I'm only doing that because I want to make the bridge that goes outside of the city, like right now. So I'm gonna kind of point it this way to make sure that all of the other ones have. This is gonna cost so much money, because in the past it's never let me do 4 lines in parallel. So it's a game thing then. You just can't do 4 lines in parallel. That makes no sense to me. Yeah, you could do it like on the ground, but you just can't do 4 lines in parallel. So the reason I'm doing this is because I just I want to make sure that I have the way. So we're gonna do this then. We're gonna match the height of this bridge. That feels like it's matching, right? Like this is too high. This should be right there. Right? And I'm going to... Wait, I'm gonna put them both on this island. I feel like that's matching. Just to... And we're gonna... No, it's one higher. It's okay, we can bring it down. How do I... So I'm moving my mouse wheel and it's not doing anything. Oh wait, maybe... There we go. That's what I had to do. Yeah, so those heights are not matching per se, but they're matching as most as they could match. Actually, no, we could bring it down one more than that, right? There we go. That's matching. Okay. And we're going to build that, and then we're going to build another one that goes almost... Oh, okay. That I could do, for sure. It's not matching the height, though. That kind of pisses me off. Or maybe it's just because of the angle that I'm looking... It's the angle that I'm looking at it. Because it looks like... It looked like it was matching it. Yeah, I could deal with that. I could deal with this look. And then the same thing... We should have space for all of them. Okay, so I'm gonna demolish this because we don't need that right now, and we could definitely use the money to build other things. I might also demolish this second line because again, we don't need it right now. But I am gonna start focusing on the supplies that New York needs. So we're gonna do a large warehouse that eventually will be connected to this second line in New York. And we're going to do it right about here. Actually, I feel like this makes a little bit more sense, and I'll explain why sooner. Wait, can we do a normal warehouse? No, big warehouse it has to be.
You're constantly expanding your business, huh?
So the reason why I made this... wait, which tracks are this? The two outermost tracks. Right, two outermost tracks. So we're going to use the two outermost tracks. And this one connects to this one. Right? Right. We're going to build this. We're going to demolish this because, again, we really don't need it right now. And then we're going to... What are we going to do? We're gonna connect. Is there a need for speed? I'm kidding. There should be a need for. Okay, so there's a need. Well, small enough, but there is a need for all the other things that are around New York right now. Heck yeah. Okay. No. That's not what I meant to do. Back into build mode. We're gonna build a small train station connecting these three. So. Oh man, hold up. I think it makes the most sense to do this because eventually we might grow it, right? And then could I ride? No, that's gonna be too expensive at the start of the game, which is okay. We can connect this fruit into Albany. Which we will probably do. Because, in my previous game, I made a line that goes through here and then cuts through this mountain. Which is definitely possible. We might do it later, but right now, it's just not feasible. I mean, corn we do need, but what we need the most is wheat, meat, and then vegetables we could get, like, in the meantime, but wheat and cattle are the ones we need the most. So we're gonna go ahead and connect these two. Okay. That's the least incline I was able to find. And then our most ambitious project. Well, it's only a supply line, so doesn't matter. We are going to go ahead gonna leave a little bit of space. Right, because if we expand these this way, I probably shouldn't have done it like that then. It's okay. And we're gonna come over here. Is that a bridge? No, it's not a bridge. Good. Because we did not want a bridge right now. Yeah, that's the problem. I think, yeah, that one had to be a bridge already. And then we connect it this way. Yeah. Well, that's a problem for another day. Because I was like, oh, we need to leave space. We need to leave space for 4 tracks to come down here. But like, rebuilding this bridge won't be that hard in the future. Okay, so with that out of the way, we are going to do the following. We're going to make 2 new trains. We're going to make a railway line that comes here, comes here, comes here. Well, actually, we can skip Nolan breeding right now, right? We don't need milk right now, do we? Yeah, I'll bet for that. I'll go up to 40k. That's my max. Trisha, you stupid bitch. Okay. We should get it now. Right? Yeah, there we go.
Sure you're not biting off a little bit more than you can chew?
Trisha, how about you bite my ass? Wait, we're gonna discard the changes, and we are going to leave this really quick, and we're gonna look at New York super duper quickly. There is a bit of a demand for milk, but not enough for me to like prioritize it over grain, cattle, and wood probably. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into the setup railway line. We're gonna do this. Collins Estate to warehouse number 1. And we're gonna choose a locomotive. Obviously, we don't have any other locomotive right now. I lament that we don't have another locomotive at this moment. We're gonna choose an old mod, obviously, then. And what else are we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna do a new railway line. And that one's gonna go from... locomotive. Wait, no. We're gonna go from warehouse number 1 into New York. Into Union Square, to be exact. This one won't have a train just yet, because I need to set up this. Oh, so big warehouses can store a whole lot of shit. Okay. In that case, we will add milk and this. And then we could add 2 more things. That's crazy. Okay. There's nothing else that we feasibly could get at our budget, so we're gonna go ahead and now choose a locomotive so that she starts delivering stuff. Okay. So we'll study how this goes. Okay, Washington Penn Station is making money, and Albany, New York, Baltimore is making money. Not as much money as I would want. And this one obviously is going to be negative right now since it hasn't. Why aren't you delivering anything? What the heck? What? Wait. Let's check this line. Which one is it? Collins State Warehouse. Set up railway line. I mean, we could add Nolan breeding into the... Oh, it was probably because the warehouse wasn't set up when I had started it, so it didn't know what to bring. But now it's going to go back to Collins Estate, then stop at Nolan breeding, and then bring this. Okay, so we're going to hire some people. Market Crier, what do you do? I might look at you in a second. Okay. Good. We're gonna rename this warehouse because warehouse number 1 sounds really stupid. You're gonna be Staten Island warehouse. It's not in Staten Island, actually. What would this be? This is Staten Island. No, this is Long Island. This is Staten Island. Where is Staten Island? Is Staten Island even an island? It is Staten Island. Whoa, so the dimensions are super duper tiny. This is Staten Island right here. So the map is definitely not to scale, because this is not Staten Island.
What bad luck.
Wait, and which one's Liberty Island? I think Liberty Island isn't here. Well, the map did look different, obviously, because like the Hudson River isn't this small now. Like, it's huge, because like they expanded a bunch of. Ooh, my bad. Forgot to add supply towers on these routes. Right before the bridge. And then one here. Just because I know in the future I'll have more trains moving to and fro. So if there's a line that like veers off into this part and stuff. Okay, so Baltimore will have a maintenance station. Same as Washington. Actually, Washington won't have a maintenance station right now. Holy crap! Oh, wait. Okay, that's good. I thought the bar was like over here, because like it was kind of blocking it like from here. You know, it just kind of looks like the bar's like kind of in the middle there. I was like, what? But it is growing. That's great. So it's working. It definitely is. Oh, wait, we need to make a railway line that goes from. Oh wait, never mind. But we want to connect New York to Syracuse now, because they're gonna buy meat from us. But I don't know how to do that. I don't think I have the money right now. And I can't use line number. Wait, there should be a free line that goes into Albany. Train list. Yeah, there's only one line, and it uses track number 1. Track number 2 should be free. So what I could do, very temporarily. Wait, I don't even have a station in Syracuse. Wait, I want to see something. If I do a warehouse, a big warehouse here. No. That would have been perfect, because I could have just had a warehouse that brings in both cotton and corn, and then boom, it's on the line. What I could do. No. That doesn't make. Wait. Warehouse is connected to production site. Okay, what if I connect the warehouse to a city? Oh. Warehouses connected to a town can exchange with goods with that town automatically. What? How did I know that? Man, reading is really powerful. So wait. Let's take a look at her competition. Where does she start? Oh no. If she's not down here, that means she's up here. Fuck! No! Not Buffalo! How dare you take Buffalo away from me? And Pittsburgh! Toledo, I don't give a fuck about Toledo. Fuck! Bro, they took away the easiest lines from me. Oh my god, and she built her fucking station perpendicular, you dumb bitch. Oh god. I'm not gonna lie though, this is probably a pretty comprehensive. Okay, so Pittsburgh, Buffalo. No, they're all meat producers. So if I make a Buffalo Syracuse connection, there I'm gonna steal Buffalo from her. The thing is, I just don't know. I know exactly how to do it. It goes against my better judgment, but I'm gonna make a small train station. Let me see what's the best way to do this. Yep. I'm gonna write the coastline and drop it off right here, perpendicular to her Buffalo station, and then I have the ability to go into Pittsburgh as well. And then I could just make a line that crosses over her. So the way to do that would be to have a station that kind of is back to her. So right here, right? But I'm gonna do Syracuse first, because if I do Buffalo, then it won't let me connect to Syracuse. Okay. The warehouse plan is definitely gonna come, but in the future. What I want to know though is if I do that, what other towns are there? Not many towns, but there's this, and I could ride the river to get it back into Syracuse. That's gonna be, we could do that. So I'm gonna put it on the outskirts just to give me a lot of space in the city if I ever want to make one that goes like kind of perpendicular to it. Not perpendicular, but like at an angle. And we're gonna connect Albany to I don't love this, but it will be a temporary connection, so I feel like it makes most sense to cut in through here. That makes the most... Damn, a 17% incline. That is really tough. There we go. 12% is good. Or, I mean, it's better. Okay. Definitely gonna do that. And remember, Syracuse is a beer making industry. So now, without further ado, I just have to connect it to Buffalo before she makes a second station. But we are going to need a little bit more capital to do that. So we're going to look into New York. It's hovering right on 60%. I think that's a good sign. So we're focusing on freight right now, because like the express goods, as you can see, they're not great, but we're focusing on making money right now. Oh no, shut the fuck up. Okay, we might have to construct a maintenance building in here. Damn, $80,000 down the drain. And also one there, but who is this? Baltimore, Albany. Does Baltimore have a maintenance station? It does. Who? Where? Huh? How? How did she have the money to do this? Isn't this super hilly? Okay, it's not that hilly. Why didn't I think of this first? Oh, you fucking asshole. So obviously we have to lock her out of Washington right this fucking second. And we can't waste any time here at Buffalo.
Sure, go ahead. Build a station right in the middle of my city.
God damn, that fucking asshole, bro. Okay, that makes the most sense. Is there anything we could do to get like a... No? Okay. Well, we'll build that as soon as we can. And we're gonna go into our train list. Okay, these are making more money now. That's good. What is this rail line? Is this just something I made by accident? Yeah, nothing's connected here. We'll trash it. Okay. Fuck, we need a maintenance building on this line too. Yeah. We'll add a maintenance building to the warehouse. Damn, we spent all our money there. But it'll avoid this breaking down that, like, so much more. Okay, we got an innovation. Reduces weekly cost of trained personnel by 20%. I think I will go with that one because right now we don't even have money for another. Or actually, more money right now. Yeah. We're gonna go by the balance. And since this one's making the most money, we'll try to fill up the... We'll try to fill up our... Okay. Okay. We'll try to fill up that one and then this one with whoever we have left. Okay. We should have it. No. Should have a security guard with no task. Conductor is the... Okay. So everybody else has a task. Okay, so it's bringing in what the city needs. So... Okay, New York stopped growing. That's not good. So there's something we're not delivering. What aren't we delivering? They have a lot of wood. They don't have corn. No corn at all. And then what else? Furniture. We could start doing furniture probably. Ooh, Washington grows. That's great. Who makes furniture now? Okay. Okay. Baltimore makes furniture. There's no line that goes from Baltimore to New York. Man, she really fucked me up with that. With her station in Baltimore. So what I think I'll do, since Baltimore is also a meat producer, check this out. The train that goes from Baltimore to Albany, we're gonna add a stop in New York to deliver. Like, for example, she's not even taking meat right now. Baltimore to Albany. Okay, but where is she? Yeah, she's going to Albany right now. So Albany, not the biggest buyer of meat at the moment. So we're gonna manage this train. We're gonna set up the railway line. Is what I meant to say. And it starts at Baltimore, which produces furniture, which New York needs just a little bit of. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna start at Baltimore, gonna stop in New York, and then stop at Albany. Right? Right. And then back to New York. Just in case there's like mail that wants to be delivered between those cities. And then back to Baltimore. And coming out of Baltimore, I'm gonna make sure that there's a priority on furniture because they can pick up meat at New York to take to Albany. So I'm gonna make sure there's a priority on furniture just for the time being. And coming out of Penn Station, well, that could be automatic. And then from Penn Station back to Baltimore, I'm gonna make sure that there's a priority on meat. Okay, so hopefully that starts making more money so that we can build our connection to Buffalo, which that connection to Buffalo with Syracuse producing beer is gonna be pretty big, since it doesn't look like they have a lot of, it doesn't look like she has any beer producers connected to Buffalo. So we have to act fast. So as soon as we have, how much is it? 253,000. As soon as we cross the threshold of like the 300,000, we have to make that line like immediately and make a little train that goes from Syracuse to Buffalo. I didn't even realize we're reaching the 50-minute mark. That's crazy. It's already midday. Wow, I started late today. I mean, we have a pretty comprehensive railway. Not gonna lie. Right? So Syracuse is growing somehow. No clue how. Because I'm not doing anything there. Should I just leave them to their own devices? I should just not bother them. Okay, so Baltimore to Penn Station. Let me look at this. So there is a slight demand of passengers and mail. Not that big at all, in the slightest. So we're gonna fast forward just a little bit. We're gonna look at our tasks though. Deploy 8 trains at the same time. Transport 36 loads of vegetables to towns. Okay, we're gonna hit that soon. Passengers from New York to Pittsburgh without stopping. That's gonna be hard. Okay. She's not gonna make that much money here, probably. Damn. She picked up quite a bit of stuff. Wait, did she not drop anything off? I didn't see her make money. Let's check on our warehouse. Okay. I'm tired of that telling me to do it. Okay. How did we get an express train on that? No clue.
Look, one of your trains is broken down.
Listen here, Missy. We need a maintenance station in Washington and we don't have one. Okay. What locomotive is up? There's a supply tower right here. Shut up. Oh, wow. Oh, this is so cool. Of course I'm buying it. I'll go as high as 50k.
Look out. I've still got an ace or two up my sleeve.
Wait. Which one is the one we just altered? Baltimore to Penn Station. I'm pretty sure it's this one. No, Baltimore's under... No. Right. So this one doesn't go from Baltimore to Penn Station. It goes from Baltimore to Albany. I'm not paying $100,000 right now. Relax.
A little bit of cheating adds spice to our little game.
Okay, you asshole. Okay, I'm gonna go with you right now. Man, we haven't made that money to connect to fucking Buffalo. At least we have a station there, so she's locked out of it. There's connection bonus with Norfolk. I don't think we're gonna have the money to do that right now. When does it expire? September 22, 1911. So it expires this year. Ah, lordy lord. Wait, it's not gonna let me. Yeah, because I have to connect to Buffalo first. God damn it. Okay, we might be able to make the 300,000 like right now. Hold up. Give it just a little bit of station. Give it a little bit of time. Okay. These dialogues are pissing me the fuck off. Great Atlantic wins the opinion poll. Oh, New York is growing again. Let's go. So we're doing something right. That's good. I feel like Washington to Penn Station isn't making that much money. How do I... Oh god damn it, it broke down.
Oh no, what bad luck.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so she is making money because, like, she's bringing beer back to Washington. So Washington is a big buyer of beer. Okay. Uh-huh. She keeps saying that. Okay, so she's filling up the warehouse with milk. And she's taking whatever the city needs. So as long as we have a steady supply of whatever the city needs coming into the city, it should eventually grow. Okay, now there's a need for candy. That's crazy. Okay. Hold on. We have the 300,000. So, bada bing, bada boom. We're making that right now. And we're setting up a railway line that goes from Syracuse to Buffalo. No ifs and buts about it. The old mod is the only one we could buy. So we'll study her. See how much money she makes. Okay. As soon as we have money in the promoter, we'll definitely use the promoter. And we'll just use whichever city is growing at the moment. Cause I feel like a bump in passengers would probably make a lot of our lines more worthwhile. Okay. We'll study how much money this makes. New York keeps growing. Great Atlantic. Ooh, okay. We're doing great. How much money is that? 17,000. That's pretty good. Express from Buffalo to New York. We could totally do that. Not right now. February 12th, 1912. So next year it expires. Okay, so New York keeps growing. Damn. So we can make a new industry. I don't know what industry to make yet. We own the city, so nobody should make an industry right now. So an express line from Buffalo to New York. How would that work? If I make another line here, make another line here.
One of your trains is broken down.
I could use this secondary line that nobody is using. But I need way more money for that. I think achieving Norfolk would be cheaper in the meantime. And we could have another seller of beer to Washington. Wait, let's use the promoter though. Ugh, the promoter went away. Reduces the cost of new routes by 5%. Sure thing. So we are gonna make a connection to Norfolk. At least we own the South this time. Because, like, yeah, she took the North, which, sadly, because I did want Indianapolis. Maybe we will be able to get Indianapolis, who knows. But, we'll be able to take the South without much competition. So, first of all, we're going to do Norfolk first. I I think this makes the most sense. Because the thing with Norfolk is... No. Since it's the first station, we're going to... Wait, what direction is Washington facing? Oh, no. We should make a second station in Washington ASAP. Yeah, we'll make a second station in Washington. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Not right now, though. I'm gonna make it there so it gives us space to, like, do this. Uh-huh. Sorry. I'm a little focused. Wait, we have 2 stations in Washington. God damn it. I did this under the impression that I didn't have 2 stations in Washington. It's okay. When we have the money back, we'll... What? Why is that 170,000? That's way less. Okay, so we'll leave that be. And we'll keep studying this. Damn, so she's taking beer back into Buffalo. No, wait, what? Oh, so she's not taking a lot of beer now. What? I forgot to put in a supply tower. Jesus Christ. And I don't have money to do that right now. Fuck, okay. Baltimore Albany? What? I'm pretty sure that one has a supply tower. Okay, we have money for the supply tower. It would make sense to put it like right smack dab in the middle. Okay, so Circus Buffalo, we fixed that. And oh, this broke down due to bad condition. Well, we don't have money right now, but this definitely needs a tree. Why does she keep saying that? I don't think I'm gonna be able to make that that express line, but I'll still do it. So hold on, let me write it down on my phone so that I don't forget to do it. Okay. I'll go up to 30,000. So I'm already at 46,000, which isn't great. But I need to win this. Perfect.
Did you bring your big wallet with you?
I kind of prefer her. Trisha than like the other dude, the Johnson. Well, his name isn't Johnson, but it's the general. Because that dude was just annoying. At least she's kind of like quippy about it. She's like, hey, you bring your big wallet today? I think that's kind of funny. So we are in debt. That's not good. We're no longer in debt. Let's go. We are at... Oh, damn. Okay. We making money. I'll definitely get this. Okay. So we didn't make the North full connection, but it's still a good connection to have. I'm gonna study. I'm gonna study really quick. So Washington is producing clothes from what I gather. There is a clothing business. How much do they have ready for? Oh my god.
Look,
Shut up.
one of your trains is broken down.
They don't have a lot of cotton. That's the problem. So they're not producing a whole lot of... Okay. We need to still steal this before she does. Damn, Syracuse grew a lot. And wait, how's New York doing? My darling city. Damn, we kind of capped at 91,000. That's crazy. So there's definitely something we're not meeting then. There are new demands. Cement. Clothing is the biggest demand that we're not meeting. Is there a cotton field somewhere here? I'm going to study the flow of goods. See what's the closest cotton field. That's probably... This is probably the fastest way to make New York grow. We connect it to this cotton field. Right? Using this second station that we have. Or it could be the first station, actually. No. Preferably... Oh, okay. So we're going to make our warehouse. We don't have money to be making plans like that. Jesus. So what I'm thinking is a warehouse here. Which delivers fruit, wood, and cotton. And corn. Who broke down? Right, because there's no maintenance building here. Hold up. Oh wait. Okay. Hold up. I want to get the analyst. Because I want to reduce the share price of her company so I could buy a bunch of shares of her company. Because they should be pretty cheap right now. Actually, we haven't even looked at... She's winning? How is she winning? Okay, she's not winning by that much. So how much are her shares worth? Okay, so her entire company is worth 1 million. We could buy one share. She is currently not owning any shares in us. So she's not focused on that. She has 24 trains.
My company's success is a safe bet.
Okay. So the competition is fierce.
It's broken down.
Okay, at least all of our trains are making decent amounts of money. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna do that right now. I could probably do this without spending a lot of money. Yeah, because I needed that money. Okay. I feel like the most immediate thing we could do to bump up our... Oh wait, there's also cement here. So a 4-track, not a railway, but a 4-track, like a large, like a big warehouse right here, would make so much sense. Right, where is our station? Gotcha. So like literally right here, it would make the most sense. And we could trade wood automatically. Oh. Oh, wait, if we do it like this, then we don't have to trade wood. We don't have to store wood here. Because warehouse is connected to the town. No, yeah, so we do have to store wood for it to trade. So like, yeah, we connect it like right about here. Wait, I'm just trying to make sure that it's parallel. right? But then we won't have any money. So we could do a small warehouse is worth what? I didn't know small warehouses were worth so much. Okay, well, I do think I'm gonna leave this video here. Oh god, you keep breaking down. You're quite annoying. Washington Penn Station. Okay, we'll use this money to build a fucking maintenance building in Penn Station.
Can't
'Cause-
explain why your employee suddenly wants to work for me.
Oh my god. You know what? Yes. What should be sabotaged? Train station in... Let's hold up. Let's see which one of hers is growing the most. Well, Buffalo I want for myself, so I'm not gonna do that to Buffalo. Toledo is growing. Let's fuck that up for her. Wait. Let's get that ball rolling. And we're definitely gonna get a Berkshire.
Woo! Is your new locomotive as quick
And definitely this.
But if you think so,
Okay, so the saboteur succeeded, so now we're stunting the growth of Toledo.
this darn technology throws a wrench in
Which
the
is
works
good.
too often, doesn't it?
Damn, she has 3 businesses here? Holy crap. She has 100,000 in it! Okay, that's a good thing we fucking stunted the growth. Damn. How's my darling city doing? I like saying that. My darling city. Oh, wait, we got a new industry. Okay, so she got a reporter
At
to
least
do
on
that.
paper. And with a photo too.
Bro, okay. Since the citizen needs goods. Okay. The Titanic sunk! No! Shut up. Yeah, I know that. Okay, so my darling city got a little bit stunted because of the fucking thing she just wrote. But we have toy industry now. That's cool. Not very cool, because, like, if it was up to me, I'll delete this industry later. But hey, we're back to growing, or slightly growing. We need to make a... Definitely need to make an express from Buffalo to New York, because there is the need for that. I'm gonna stop with the... Oh wait, we could do this. We could connect to Washington really quick. What does... Norfolk sells beer. So, okay. We could connect that to Washington. I think I'm gonna use the first station. Okay. We're gonna build that, and we're gonna get a locomotive. Washington to Norfolk. So Norfolk should buy the beer, and Washington should buy the beer. Norfolk should buy the meat, and Washington should buy the beer. Okay, we're just gonna leave it at automatic, and we're gonna go with a... Yeah, fuck yeah, I love the Berkshires. They're relatively inexpensive. So actually, let's go to our most profitable line. Wait, we'll compare the two really quick. So the Berkshire has a 60% mile per hour speed, and it has attractive power of 150. The old mod has attractive power of 202, so the attractive power is definitely better, so it's going to help it in inclines, but the overall speed of the Berkshire will probably make it more worthwhile. So we're going to choose a pretty flat... Oh my god, why is Baltimore dwindling? How are people preferring her? What the fuck, Baltimore? I thought you and me were tight. I think that's all the more reason to go to Baltimore. Go to the Baltimore station, check what train line we have here, and upgrade this to a Berkshire. So we're gonna do that right now. Because she is transporting stuff. So she's going back to Penn Station, and from Penn State, we'll see what she picks up at Penn Station, to see how well she's doing. But anyways, I think I am gonna cut it here. It's already an hour and 15 minutes. Oop. Yeah, I definitely want that. Anything to increase the power, like the money that I get from freight. Hopefully she doesn't fight me on that too much. Okay.
Bring your big wallet with you?
Good. So let's take a final look at our company's worth. Okay, so she's worth 500 more than me. 500,000 more than me.
Great. Your locomotives can travel quickly in one direction.
I don't need a headhunter right now. So anyways, yep. We're gonna... Oh, nice. We're going to go ahead and leave it here for this video. Look at this beautiful Berkshire just doing her job. And hopefully this time it is different. Hopefully this time we beat our fucking competitor. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this video. It'll probably be the only one I post. Like, I won't post the other failed attempt. Maybe, you know what, maybe if I manage to like edit all the clips of me going what the fuck, like I'll edit those together and then do a little compilation of like my first time playing, well, not my first time, but like, you know, my first attempt at the Great Atlantic Railroad. So anyways, without further ado, if you're sleeping, I hope you have a great illustrious night, and I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.